Hey guys, happy Sunday. It's Cliff and Robin. We're back. We took last week off. We went on vacation, did a little family vacation celebrating my son's birthday. Today we were going to talk about vacationing later in life. Do you vacation with your family? Do you vacation intimately with just your spouse? Do you take grandkids? What all do you do? What about you? What do you think?
Well, we just got back from Gaylord Opryland down around just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, which was nice because we could just drive that. It wasn't too much of a drive, to get down there. A couple hours, give or take, and then with some family, so it was nice. But we chose that. Excuse me. We had been there before, and we wanted to share some with some of our adventures previously there with our family. And now we have a granddaughter, so we wanted her. We got two actually, but with a young baby, a baby. So we wanted to take her down there, and she's almost too young to really appreciate it all, but we wanted to take her down there anyway. So that's what we chose to do, close to home. Nice. Everybody I've talked to who's been there just loves it. So
Well, it's kind of like you get there and it's, I don't want to say it's all inclusive because it's not, but you don't really have to leave the property.
Right.
I mean, there's multiple restaurants. There was a water park. Most of the family did the water park. We decided to opt out and keep our youngest granddaughter, and we enjoyed that time, just kind of rolling around her in the stroller. We did, oh my gosh, they have a fabulous breakfast. We chose a family vacation, I think, because we wanted to celebrate my son's birthday. I think we take vacations, you and I, probably just the two of us more often. We do kind of short getaway weekend trips. We try to do one bigger vacation at least once a year or every other year. It's just kind of nice to get away, recharge. I think when you get older, you kind of also don't want to be the rush vacation. You want to get there. You don't want to take the 5 a.m. flight. You want to enjoy the flight. You want to start your vacation when you get to the airport. Maybe have a cocktail, get on the flight, get there.
Enjoying the flight depends on how long it is and which airline. And now there's other things to consider with TSA and, just different issues that are going on in the world. So that's why we opted to go somewhere a little closer to home. Last summer, we went to Wigwam Village down close to Cave City, close to Mammoth Cave. And
for those of you who do not know Wigwam Village, I highly recommend looking it up.
I highly recommend you go.
Yes, absolutely. It's
fun.
They're teepees. They're huge teepees, but they have your modern conveniences. You do have air conditioning. You do have running water. You do have all the things that,
They do have a campfire at night
Yep.
in the middle of the property in a circular seating setup there where people that go down there, it's about community.
Yeah.
And people talk about what brought them there, why they wanted to come here, where they're from, what they do for a living, all those kind of things. And so we met some really interesting people. We met some people that had a lot in common with us.
Well, one of them had their grandchild with them.
Right.
And of course, we keep speaking about grandchildren because we're at that age that's kind of the next step. You go from jet setting when you're young. Oh my gosh, spring breaks, as teenagers, we did the Florida trips growing up with the family every spring break. We did, I'm into now my girls trip era. We try to get the girls trips together and all get together for a long weekend or 4 or 5 days. Cliff gets to stay back with the dogs, and that's okay.
And my music, as you can see, I'm a musician. When I'm home in my studio and nobody else is here, I really enjoy that time to reconnect with music and my memories of being in bands and stuff. So.
And that's kind of what we're talking about today is like, what's your favorite trip? Do you have a favorite trip that you've gone on? I think they're all different. If you look from like your 20s to your 30s, on down every decade. And, now me and all my girlfriends, we're approaching our 60s, which is hard to believe. And we kind of look at what was the best trip, what was the one that had the most memories. I think we had a great honeymoon. We went down to Playa del Carmen, Mexico, all inclusive. We do like those, I feel like, just because it's like you get there and you can put your purse away, your wallet away. You don't have to worry about, carrying money, and you just kind of show up, drink, eat, and be merry.
I enjoyed that quite a bit because I wanted a destination place to go on vacation. I wanted a destination rather than a cruise or something. We've been on a cruise.
Yeah, I love cruises.
One.
He's been on one cruise. He wasn't a big cruise fan.
I'm not a big, I don't know, maybe because when I was real young, I saw the Poseidon Adventure and it just kind of stuck with me. So, and it's a lot of people on those cruise ships. So
a lot of our friends are now doing the Viking cruises.
Right, and I would probably be down for that, for the Viking cruise. Because number one, I'm a Viking type guy, and so I think where they go, and they're on rivers. I think all that's interesting.
Yeah,
so.
and I think family vacations are a lot of fun too. I think with the way you do them and how you set them up, there's always going to be that one person who's kind of in charge of everything. That usually is me, but I like to do it. I have a good time setting it up. We hope to do some more family vacations and kind of get the feel of just everybody being together. That's the most fun. I don't know if necessarily it is where you're at, it's who you're with most of the time.
Exactly.
And that becomes a tradition for us. But we just want to come on, say hi again, give us some comments, tell us about your family vacations or what you do.
One more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I always thought this was funny because her son went across Europe with a buddy of his. They backpacked across Europe, and he got back and was telling me about all of his ventures and how much they enjoyed it, and and he says, when you were younger, did you ever go to Europe? And I said, dude, when I was your age, I didn't even know it was allowed to leave the country. I mean, we went to like Panama City or down in Mammoth Cave, Rough River, different state parks, things like that. And I know there's people that did that, but in my circle, not so much.
Well, times have changed, and that kind of seems like that is the new thing with these young kids. If they're not traveling, they're they're going to college away. They're kind of doing some traveling more so than we ever did. And I highly recommend that. I think we were talking the other day, we were watching a show and somebody was saying how when you finally get to the age that you can travel and you have the money to do it and the time to do it, physically it's hard to do it. It's hard to walk a whole lot. It's hard to do all the stairs. It's so different, and we're hoping to do some more traveling while we still can and take those adventures and do something with them. I mean, kind of, I don't know, maybe think that we want to do things not necessarily later in life, maybe more in life. I guess,
for sure.
Yeah. All right, there goes the dogs. We're going to take off. But again, this is not our first try, but it's our best one. Thanks. See you later.